Hey, I'm back, and I haven't been make this video for, man, it's like 4 months or more. I lost track of that right now, cause I've been so busy. Okay, so busy. Like first, I was a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Second, I ended up teaching my friend's garage, working out there and there, and I have a lot of, and I enjoy it, knowing that I enjoy it. I got the freedom to do what I want. May not be paid the most legitimate, but I enjoy it. I have a freedom that I enjoy, like have my own expression of the martial arts, which is very important. And another, like I've been doing lately, is I've been working security guard lately. First, I've been work like once a week. Okay, once a week at the Colton area. And then the next one, until later, I work Monday through Friday at the San Bernardino area. Okay? And they pay me very legit money right now. May not be legit, but still legit money, And that's what it needs, to get your finance accomplished. Okay, so today's topic, I'll go talk about this, and I've been published on founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution blogs. I got my own blogs, so I'll go put that link of the description down below your box. You can see it yourself. And there's no way for me, like I say exactly what I wrote. There's no way. I'm not a copycat with that. I'm terrible with that. It's like Parrot. It's being a copycatter, right? Conyers is a horrible copycatter. That's what it is. Parrot is a copycat, and Conyers is a horrible at copycat people. That's what they are. Okay, I was like a conure, a horrible copycat. Okay, I'm not a parrot. Okay. And first thing first, I'll go get to that. And before I teach as Arron's Martial Arts Revolution, and I put that label on my YouTube channel. Here's the reason why I did this. Number one, I gotta take that label before somebody took it. If it took it, it's too late, man. It's not, you can do it with that. So you gotta use your own label before somebody will take it. Maybe my name is Arron, their name's Arron. That with passion martial arts is me, but they'll take that. Okay? They'll take that video. Why they take that video? Because they want it. It's like, I better take that before they take it. So I'm glad I take it, and I'll put on Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Okay? Even though I worked in the martial arts school, I always loved that label so much. I use my label as my expression. That's what basically I'm doing. I use the label as my expression. And I don't follow everybody else's expression. I don't follow style. I don't follow none of that. Okay? There's good about the styles. Don't get me wrong. And also, there's more flaws in the styles too that I want to separate that. And when I use that label, Arron's Martial Arts Revolution, I really love this label a lot. I really am. And I'm not going to change that label because I love this label a lot. Okay? I really love that label. Okay? And also I'll go talk about this. Why I'm a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Why I'm a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. First thing first, I'll go break this down to you. You will see it on the link in the description down below the box about I'm a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. You can read that yourself. Okay? Now, let's get to it. Why I'm a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. First of all, as you know, my name is Arron Robinson. I've been training martial arts for 22 years. And I also 4th down black belt in Taekwondo. Currently a 4th down black belt in Taekwondo. As is the World Taekwondo Federation. And I was a Taekwondo sparring competitor, okay? Before I was a Taekwondo sparring competitor, I was a point karate competitor as a teenager. And then at age 18, age of 17, I ended up competing in the Olympic Taekwondo competition, you know? It's not Olympic Games, Olympic style Taekwondo, okay? And there's things that you win some, you lost some. And there's things like, let's get to that. And I was a like 2-time state champion in 2 organizations. I'm sorry, 2 weight classes. I was a 2-time state champion. Also, I was a 2-time California state team in 2 organizations. One organization that got me being the team that went to Korea. Other organization, I went to compete in Mexico. And as I compete, I win some, I lose some. Okay? And yeah, and I was competing in nationals, but yet I did not win it all the way there. And I was attempts to that. That's me attempting to that. Yeah, like attempts to that. Like there's things like I'm not very consistent as I should. Here's why. It creates a lot of confusion. And I know myself, I could stay away from confused people. People create confusion, you know? That's what makes me inconsistent what I am. Okay? And ever since the electronic protector comes in, I really don't like that. I really don't. I'd rather go with the natural stuff. But natural stuff scores easier than electronic, to be honest. If you've done your technique right with electronic protector, no needs. Okay? If you've done your technique right, shouldn't be a problem. But yet, biggest problem with Taekwondo is they changing with confusing. This is what I don't want to take part of that no more, man. And I was been very consistent until Master Ryu taught me to kick and stuff like in a very consistent way. And I'm glad I have that. Without him, I will not be. I still be inconsistent what I am. And I want to give credit to Master Ryu, Kyungwoo Ryu. Okay, he's like a Korean Bruce Lee. His nickname is Bruce Ryu, and I give a credit to him. Great advice from him. Okay. And yeah, great advice. Not only great advice. And another thing he told me, like, I'm listening very well because I got lost so much better because I listen to the right person. It's him. Like, if you listen to the right people, you'll accomplish the way you want to accomplish. That's simple. If you listen to people who create confusion, you are inconsistent. You cannot accomplish the way you want to accomplish. That's as simple. You know? And ever since Master Ryu left and ended up opening up going to school at the other state, I'm gonna figure out my own, you know, at this point. And stay consistent the way I am, way he taught me, without creating any confusion. As I think to myself, I'm not gonna create confusion ever again. Because it's stupid. That's why you're not accomplished who you are, you know? And Master Ryu gives me a huge help with that. Okay? And another thing what Master Ryu told me too, like, if I stay with him for like 2 years, man, I'm gonna be much, much better. And I believed it, you know, for real. I believed it, you know. And me and Master Ree are so close. You know, after he left, like, I really miss him, you know. I wish you good luck with you doing your business, you know. That's a new chapter for you, you know. And yeah. And after and unfortunately, I gotta stop my Taekwondo sparring career because my partially tore my ACL. That from slippery mat, and also I ended up sparring with the wrong sparring partner. And I'll go be a little controversial with that. People suppress in combat and fighting, right? Combat sport, like MMA and boxing, but not everybody. But society been suppressed in sex. It's crazy. But I'm going to be talking about this, man. Sparring with the wrong sparring partner is like having sex with the wrong person. And I'm keeping 100, man. Like, if you spar with the wrong person, you end up getting injuries. Like myself, I got knee injuries. Knees are sensitive no matter who you are. Or having sex. If you have sex with wrong people, man, you go end up having sexually transmitted disease. Like Eazy, he died of HIV. The rapper Eazy died of that. Usher, he suffers STDs. He's done with his R&B. Like, when it comes to sex, you gotta find the right person to have sex. If you have sex with a person who have herpes already, don't even dare. Because that will cause a disease, sexual transmitted disease. Okay? It's the same thing sparring. If you spar with a wrong sparring partner with pride, ego, arrogance, and think, don't spar with him, because best bet, worse yet, is you go get hurt, okay? You go get injuries. So, don't spar with someone who will create injuries, okay? And best to stay away from that. And so far, I don't have students who are ego, pride, ego, arrogance, which is a good thing. And my knee's not that bad like before, you know? And here's the reason why. After, like, my knee injury recover, I really want to get back into sparring. I really want to. Because I love sparring. Because sparring is the most powerful self-discovery tools you ever experienced with. Okay? It's a self-testing. Practice techniques. See what techniques work. That's why I like sparring. You know? If techniques doesn't work, either work on it or reject that. There's two ways I see it. And anyways, I was trying to get back into competition, sparring competition, but my knees for that cannot handle it, man. With the taekwondo kicking thing, that takes a lot of tools on my knees. Knowing that, repetition, and I feel like telegraph. Even though you're not telegraph, it's still telegraph. I don't care what nobody says, it's telegraph. Even though you're not telegraph. But yet, Taekwondo, they've been trained to kicking with non-telegraph, and I get props for that, you know? Okay? And later, I gotta train to other styles. Like, while I was in Taekwondo sparring career, I took Muay Thai for a while. It's cool. You know, that got me started into punches. Because I tell you with that, like, I used to compete at point karate tournament. And I was a good kicker, but I'm terrible with hands. Because traditional martial arts teach you punches, like, they teach sparring style, don't get me wrong. But they don't teach the boxing style nowhere near as a boxer. You know? This is why I reject to use my hands, punches, you know? Because the way I see traditional martial arts do that, they suck at that. I know people out here are good at traditional martial arts hands with that, don't get me wrong. But me, it's like, that's not my purpose to doing it. And people out here keep telling me, use it, keep using it. I was like, best bet yet for me, I gotta take boxing. But yeah, I was very patient to find a boxing trainer, you know? And I make sure I'm not get into a wrong boxing trainer that creates confusion like happened to me in Olympic Taekwondo. You know? You know? Because as far as the Taekwondo is concerned with create confusion, they put you in a bad direction. The majority of the part. It did. It did. And don't get me wrong, I love Taekwondo. With a bad direction like that, there's no reason to stay in that. Except for Master Ryu. I give a huge credit to him, man. I do. And there's no reason for me, even though I was in point karate, use my punches. Like a traditional martial arts in sparring style, dude. What's the point of that? What it is they punch like a Barney. Sounds like Goo Goo Gaga, but sounds like a Barney. Punch like a Barney. I hate that. Oh man, I hate that. You know? And also they do like punch in the body. Heads too exposed. This is why I hate that. You know, a good boxer will knock him out, and I knew it from the very beginning. And it took my time finding it, you know. I took kickboxing before. It doesn't work out. Like, they put me stuff as disadvantage. And knowing that, like, I was so robotic in boxing, to be honest with you. I was. Because all traditional martial arts crap and stuff. This is where we're developing a habit from. Traditional martial arts. And ever since I've been doing boxing, at the very beginning, I did not get it. Until later, I got it. Because I practiced a lot. I want to get good at it. You know? And I was the same boat as Bruce Lee. So amazed with boxing. Okay? So amazed with boxing. And then with Bruce Lee, like, Muhammad Ali was his inspiration that time. And he likes Muhammad Ali, one of the best boxer out here. And I agree, like Muhammad Ali, and I always look up to Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones Jr., James Toney, who else? Mike Tyson. Who else I look up to? Floyd Mayweather Jr. I look up to these boxers. And when I look at them, it's like, I am so amazed with this boxing that I want to do boxing. I don't plan on compete or anything, but I want to do boxing to learn to better myself at. You know? And discover myself in that. And there's things that I did not know. I'll go be a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. And ever since I've been walking to a spiritual journey, like there's a person out there who wasn't heavily inspired by Bruce Lee. His name is Freddie Lee, okay? And that led me into Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee led me into Eastern philosophy like Lao Tzu, Confucius, you know, then Osho, then Bruce Lee is my inspiration when it comes to martial arts. that gives me a freedom to be free from traditional martial arts. Okay? And also that leads me into be a founder of Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Because Bruce Lee is my inspiration. Arron's Martial Arts Revolution is a living Bruce Lee's Taekwondo. And I'm a living Bruce Lee. And there's the thing with people, man. Whatever is inspire you, you be the living stuff yourself. Like, be a living Tupac yourself with rap music. I mean, I'll go be rapping soon because I gotta be a living Tupac myself, man, for real. With Arron's Martial Arts Revolution, I am a living Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. You gotta be that yourself to take yourself to a highest level. Okay? Oh, flies there bugs me a little bit, so yeah. And then later I've been very versatile, Wing Chun, you know, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and some Capoeira, Muay Thai there. I'm very versatile in that, but and also Taekwondo with kicking techniques, to go on what Master Ryu taught me. And I give credit to that because I'm amazed at that. And boxing, it will be in Arron's Martial Arts Revolution as a main foundation. Kung Fu principal foundation is needed there because you want to lose and pop. Not to mention about boxing. What I'm so amazed about boxing, ever since I've been took boxing, because early, like, I used to get hit a lot with punches because my body is so, like, straight. It's a big target. When it's a big target like that, I get hit a lot. You know? And thing is to understand this, punches is quick and also could get you. That's why you gotta learn to be very defensive in a very efficient way. Like, get your chin down in boxing. That's one thing that I learned a lot, is get your chin down. Get your chin down when you throw punches. That's the things I learned a lot. Use the punching power with your body. That what I learned a lot. Okay? Get your chin down when you cover. Get your chin down when you Philly shell. Get your chin down when you shoulder roll. Get your chin down when you head movement. Even though no matter what guard you in, if you're guard up, guard down, you still gotta get your chin down. Keep yourself in a small target. And I sparred with boxing headgear before. I really hate that because it's feel like a marshmallow head, and when I try to cover up, it's like freaking marshmallow. I can't. So I gotta eliminate headgear. So keep it small. Another thing research study is boxing headgear creates a lot more concussions than no headgear. This is true. And I'll go be sending a link. When I saw the Facebook video on that, I'll go send a link in there too, because you'll see it. This is true. Because headgear becomes a big target, ladies and gentlemen. It is. This is why it creates a lot more concussion. Now, if you look at the Olympic boxing lately, they spar without headgear because they study it. If people with lack of defense don't believe me with that, why don't you spar with a boxing headgear? See what happened. And also spar with without boxing headgear. See what happened too. Of course, don't beat the crap out of him yet, because make sure the defense is good and aware. You know. And here's things that I do in my martial art. It takes time. I don't train with gear. I don't train with gloves. What I do with sparring is I do with open hands. Boom. And I'm amazed with safe sparring. that I give credit to Freddie Lee for that. His stage sparring is beautiful, and I give credit to that. It's a lot of fun too, to be honest with you. A lot of fun. Why it's a lot of fun? Because number one, you're not gonna injure nobody. Number two, you gotta treat it like how dogs spar with each other. Think about how dogs spar with each other. They don't bleed. They don't try to beat the crap out of people. No. They spar because it's fun. So you spar because you discover yourself. You spar because you find the right direction for you. That's why we do this. Okay? And far as not far as yet. And I do things that no limitations. Like I do like kicking the legs, like not just roundhouse kicks. I did front kicks, side kicks. Knowing that lately, before I teach my own expression martial arts in my friend's garage, and I've been wearing shoes since I've been working in the martial arts school, because I know that is a reality base I train in. I don't do barefoot stuff like I used to. And as far as my uniform, I don't feel the same with Taekwondo uniform like I am used to be. I am into my own uniform I create, like tracksuit. And the most approval traditional martial arts uniform pants of all is Kung Fu pants. I love them a lot. Because it's baggy, but yet don't let that drag in the bottom. And that's what I like about that. And believe it or not, I like pants baggy, you know? That allows me flexibility and mobility when I move. And to me personally, like if I wear pants tight, it's restrict on me. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, that restrict on me. Alright? There's no need to wear a tight pants. I'll be wearing baggy stuff because that's me what I'll do. Okay? And yeah. And also, is Arron's martial arts revolution is traditional martial arts or modern martial arts? Well, Arron's martial arts revolution is a traditional modern martial arts. This is what I'm doing, okay? Here's the reason why I do. Why I'm not traditional, because problem with a lot of traditional martial arts out there is they teach the communistic values, okay? They don't teach no independent values. They teach communist values, okay? Like they make you dress the same, talk the same, act the same, look the same, be the same, do the same moves. You know, I might teach the same moves there and there, like a jab, but want to make sure like not every single like exact same jab is the same for everybody. It's not gonna work that way. But we gotta like see where the strength is with the jab. Everybody had their different strength with jab, let's say, you know what I'm saying? And I don't teach no forms that's so outdated. That is 1,000 years old. Because it's outdated and it's boring. And also we're not also restrict on limitations and stuff. That's like segregate. Like it's not like Taekwondo, karate. It's none of that. But yet, don't get me wrong, there are some traditional martial arts that's good. Okay? But as far as the forms, it's part of traditional. And I'll go create my own. And it takes time to do it. And I'm under construction with that. Okay? Everything takes time. And I'm gonna be teaching traditional weapons. I'm gonna be teaching 5% of traditional martial arts that works, from 5% of Taekwondo works, 5% of Wing Chun works, 5% of Hapkido works, 5% of Capoeira works, 5% of Tai Chi works, 5% of like traditional martial arts that works, that's coming from Boxing Foundation. Boxing Foundation, ladies and gentlemen, it's gives you a foundation, a whole, and even traditional martial arts blocks. If you do pure traditional martial arts blocks, it does not work, okay, against a live resistant opponent. Traditional martial arts blocks, only way it will work is using Boxing Foundation. Like, I watched the World Taekwondo Defense Federation. I'll go send a link of description down below the box. You see it yourself. I am so amazed with that, because they use a Boxing Foundation. It's literally a functional Taekwondo. But let's go and get to that in a minute. And reason why, like, I teach a modern martial arts. There's modern martial arts I don't do. I don't do combat sports. I don't do competition for a reason. A lot of wickedness in the sports, man. Like, it's dirty. People out there don't play fair nowadays. They play dirty. That's why I teach street combat. And, and referees get paid to do bad calls and stuff. And referees get paid to do corrupt stuff, dirty stuff. Something's really dirty about it. That I don't promote that. And with traditional martial art, with modern martial arts, like, a lot of, like, in combat sports, they wear no shoes. I was like, I don't like that, so I'm gonna be wear shoes regardlessly, because that stuff, and I knew it works. No, with shoes on. I don't like shoes. If you go jump rope with shoes on, it's the best. Better than jump rope with a barefoot. I hate jump rope barefoot. Get my toe injuries. Get toe hurt if you do stuff like that. I hate that. Okay. That's why I like, with modern martial arts, I like to wear shoes. I'm not go as far as traditional. I'm not gonna wear no uniforms. I'm gonna or a belt. No. As far as create my own rankings, it will be under construction, and I gotta make a concrete decisions. And I'm going to, like I said, I have my own uniforms. It's tracksuit. Later, I'll go put my screen print logos there, and take some time to do this stuff, man. Because the reason why I take some time, because stuff that I gotta have sources and that. And not just I teach traditional weapons of martial arts, like bow, sword, eskrima, this and that. I teach you like batons, knife, and I don't have a gun license yet. I don't own a gun yet, but I'm looking into own a gun and stuff. That I'm very excited about that. And guns alone is like, it's a good thing. It's a modern day combat that gotta really adapt. Like that movie John Wick, I'm so amazed with that movie. Man from Nowhere, it's a Korean movie. I'm so amazed with that. And Accountant, I haven't seen that movie yet, but I might go see it tomorrow off of Spectrum. That movie Accountant. Cause things I'm not to mention, I'm an autistic guy, that movie about accountant, what I heard is like he's an autistic guy, passed with numbers, but yet very good in combat. Like John Wick with autistic in him. So because my friend recommended me to watch that movie. It's like, I'll go watch that movie. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't had a chance to see that. Because been lazy on weekends, tired and stuff. And with guns, I'm so amazed with that. And yeah. And now let's get into and also reason why I call it modern martial arts, because the main boxing foundations, not to mention I put it's a traditional because I've been learning from a guy who has an old school boxing in him. I like the old school boxing rather than the new school. Same thing, I like the old school rap music than the new school rap music. It's the same thing. I see legitimate in the old school than the new school. And there's something that I like, you know. As far as my fashion, I'm an old school, baggy type clothes, like rappers were back in the day, opposing to skinny jeans. I don't like that, okay? There is good in traditional, also there's good in modern, okay? Just gotta mix them up to evolve, okay? If you could mix them up, you could evolve. I'm guaranteed, if you could mix them up, you could evolve, okay? And the reason why I call it modern, because there's no limitations in martial arts. There's no limitations in that. And now let's get into what's the purpose to have Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Let's go talk about this. The purpose of that is kept me away from this. And I got things on my list. Communistic values. Communist values. Communist values. False doctrine that's literally set you up to fail. Bad advice from people that don't know the hell they talking about. People don't know how they talk about, by the way, are the worst. This is how that creates confusion. People that creates confused. What else there? And then and go to things that makes no sense, that leads to a lot of stress. You know, a lot of stuff that happening there. And there's people out here who will set you up to fail from the very begin with. They will. If they set you up for failure from the very begin with, this is what happened to me, all right? I've been failed over and over again. This is no fun for me, okay? Because like I said earlier, from create confusion, that's not worth it, man. It's a waste of time, and you gotta find things that accomplish things over and over again, okay? And I found things that I accomplished over and over again. I did. And not listen to people who create confused and don't know the hell they talking about. Okay? And also, before I was walking to spiritual journey, I was walking to spiritual journey before my founder Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. I did. It's basically like how Bruce Lee, he talked about is being yourself. And I'll struggle with that. And this is how I get so enlightened as I walk into spiritual journey. Before I walk into spiritual journey, this is what happened. And when people look at me, I feel like something wrong with me. And I feel like lack of confidence in somehow. And also struggling to be myself and this and that, you know? And for years it happens, like, I feel like something wrong with me. Ever since I walked into a spiritual journey, but I read the books of Bruce Lee, Lao Tzu, Confucius, Osho. And I am so amazed and I am so enlightened right after that. It clicks me right there. That completely changed my life. And since it's been completely changed my life, and guess what? And I'm not alone. There's people out here went through what I went through. They understand through me. They understand me where I'm at. This is what that tells me right there. Is feel like it's not something wrong with me no more. It's something wrong with majorities out there. You know, it is. It is. Okay? It is. And ever since I walked into a spiritual journey, I never listen to people that don't know how they talk about. Because I know people out here have been taking advice from people who don't know how they talk about. When they take the advice of people who don't know the hell they talk about, they end up climbing the wrong mountain. Once they climb up the wrong mountain, with the wrong advice they gave them, there's nothing up there. So instead, I chose to climb the right mountain. There's something up there. There's more up there. But it takes time. You know? Now here's the thing. If I'm listening to this wrong advice that's a time-wasted type of person, there will be no Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. I cannot speak through my heart and passion. I cannot express myself. And I'm glad I'm walking into a spiritual journey, man. Because spiritual journey is worth something for me. And there's people out here telling me, like, everybody's spiritual. Then when's the last time I checked everybody's spiritual? None. Okay? I know a few people. I know at least 10, I believe, they're spiritual. At least. Just very few individuals out here in this world. Ladies and gentlemen. And this stuff has been really changed my life. This leads to having Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. After I walk into a spiritual journey, I end up having Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Okay? After that. And now, what is Arron's Martial Arts Revolution? The stuff focus on. Well, I'm a 4th dan black belt in Taekwondo. I'm a Taekwondo guy technically, okay? But I cross-train. I cross-train in boxing, Muay Thai. Also, I mimic what Bruce Lee's doing, Fred Lee's doing, Kung Fu people's doing. That have my own expression later, you know? But yet, I've evolved on my own too after this. You know, which is a cool thing for me. That main thing that I teach is, especially beginners, boxing foundations with head movements, defense, punches, and leg and strength. And with Taekwondo kicking, with a especially roundhouse, as far as roundhouse kick, I don't teach pure Taekwondo kick like snap kicks, because this is how I fail over and over again. Pure snap kicks. That makes me kick like a short guy, for real. That's why, you know, I use Muay Thai foundation into that. Muay Thai Taekwondo foundations. Taekwondo foundations, you kick without telegraphing. Muay Thai foundations, put your body weight, how you go thrust. We need to balance that. Ever since I read that book of Bruce Lee's fighting method, that gives me an edge, as I feel like, man, I'm not alone. That's another thing too. I went through that same way, like a lot of traditionals do. Because, let's go back to create confusion of why I'm not consistent when I was in Taekwondo sparring career before I met Master Root, because I was either fast with no power with my body weight. I'm fast with snappy, but yet I did not land power with my body weight. That's a bad advice I took. Also, I was powerful, but yet I do not have the speed to. In that case, that's what happened. I'm fast with no power there. I gotta use power and no speed, because I know a way to score points. Because power score points, or you're able to land good. And even though you don't knock them out and stuff, it's fine. Don't assume to knock them out, but at least get the habit of landing shots. Like Mike Tyson, he's a great example of that. He's fast, but yet he knows how to put that body weight in every single combination. And I give Mike Tyson a prop for that. He has power. He could knock people out. He landed every single punch. You know? And also, I teach a Kung Fu foundation principle. Like, relax, boom. Relax until he tense up. And then later, I'll go be teaching like intermediate version Taekwondo, intermediate version of boxing, intermediate version of, or advanced version Taekwondo. Also, I use Taekwondo as kicking to the legs too. Because one thing I noticed in Taekwondo, there's no kicking the legs in Taekwondo. But basically, I learned that from Kung Fu. Kung Fu has not just roundhouse kicks, in-scoop kicks, front kicks, side kicks. You know? And I give that. You know? And then later I'll be teaching capoeira, Wing Chun, Tai Chi, Hapkido. But here's the thing, boxing is the main foundation. Also, traditional martial arts blocked with boxing foundation. I'll be teaching that later too. As far as the system place, I don't really have that. Curriculum, I don't really have that. I know in a beginner level, intermediate level, advanced level. And also beyond advanced level, like being a black belt, you know? And I tell you, ever since I was a teenager, I really don't care about belts. Because belts has been severely corrupted. It's been big dojo. That, it gets you fast track into being a black belt. That is a crappy standard. I can't stand it. And wonder why black belts can't defend themselves in a street fight where they get punched in the nose. You know? Knowing that is so distracted, stressing out. It's like, I don't like that idea. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu takes you a year to become a blue belt. But yet, belt standard, like in kids and adults, are separate. And I give Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mad props for that. And I give mad props to that. And it also takes decades to become a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I get props to that. Me, I used to work in a martial arts school where it's rushing through drills and stuff. And I'm frustrated with that. You know, right now, I decide with my own expression of martial arts, I feel like that I'm going to teach the way I want to teach, the way I am very confident about, you know. So I did. My students got better. I did not get a lot of students yet, you know. I'm not looking to that for now. Ever since I get to the next location with a rent and stuff, wherever that do, I'll go see what happens, you know. Right now, I'm at my friend's garage, you know. Because I've been busy. I've been working security guards, you know. Plus, got to get time frame of energy so I could work, teach, train. So it could be good, you know. Okay. And, yeah. And later, like, once, like, I have a car and stuff. I don't have a car yet. I took bus. But once I get my money saved up, I'll go buy a car. Why I'm buying a car? Because I need to drive. I need freedom. And, yeah. So I could have more time. And by the way, I've been teaching autistic children, you know, that need a one-on-one attention. When I've done that, I set them up for accomplishment. At the same time, I'm being very patient with them. And also I teach children, you know, like older children, like 8, 9, like that. I teach teenagers. Also, I teach adults too. Adults is my strong forte. It's my strong point. My strongest point. And people know that I teach adult is my strong point. And I teach hardcore martial arts, very hardcore martial arts to the kids. But yeah, everything went fine, okay? And I teach like hardcore martial arts, even autistic kids. But yet everything went fine. You know, everything went fine. Okay? And that stuff I'll be doing. And my students came a long way. Everybody came a long way right now. You know? Because I'm not rushing through that at all. Like assembly style BS. No. I'm in there. Am I real with my techniques? Yes, I am. Am I cursing my class? That stuff I will be doing that will be leave on YouTube. Nothing else. Okay? You might use profanity in class. Well, maybe not in kids. As far as adults, yes. But not every single adults. Because adults could be very sensitive. Gotta keep in mind, man. Because certain adults who don't care, do it, man. Because reason why I do it, because you want to express honesty. But am I real with my techniques? Yes, I am. I am real with that. Am I real what I'm saying? Even though, like, I could be a bad communicator, but I could be real what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm real what I have to say. And by the way, I could contradict myself with that on that. Like, I teach certain style. Reason why I'm saying no styles, because I gotta let people know where it's coming from. And problem with people is they don't understand. Okay? But why I took martial arts that I learned from, that's something beautiful. Of course, yes, it's a boxing foundation. Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Kung Fu, Wing Chun, this and that. But, and ladies and gentlemen, Arron's martial arts revolution is no style. Now, here's the thing though. I cannot have people, my students, be creative right now. Just right now, what I do is I have the good foundations. My students need to have good foundations. That's why my students are getting better, because of that. A good foundation. things to accomplish over again. I don't teach those BS basics. I don't teach no bullshit basics. I'm teaching real basics. Real. I don't teach form, by the way. I teach combat. Even though, like, in my martial arts school, in my martial arts expression, we'll do forms one of these days. I'm not gonna do traditional form style. I'm do like traditional modern stuff. You know, that's what I gotta do. And why I'm so different than a lot of traditionalists out there. Number one thing I hate about traditionalists in my list, they have a social hierarchy. They put themselves in pedestal like they're above all his students. That's number one. I hate that. Number two, they think they know more than his students. Let me tell you a good story. And I was into Bruce Lee. I walked into spiritual journey, right? I got a traditionalist martial arts master told me straight up, like, you don't know anything about Dao Taekwondo. Okay? Now I read it really deep. I've been really read it. You know what I feels like I did? I prove them wrong. Here's the problem with that. Like, they don't give me an opportunity to speak the way, to speak how I understand. He don't give me an opportunity to understand. He just being a crystallized ego, strong ego. Here's the problem with traditionalist martial arts masters out here. If you're older than them, you're a higher rank than him, you have more experience than him, you may be right, but on certain areas. But here's the problem. The problem is, you have that crystallized ego. Therefore, people younger than you could outdo you. And I'm serious. I've been seeing that. And here's the thing with the traditionals, which is fine to me, you know? If they're happy where they're at, but this is fine. I don't have a problem with that. If they're happy where they're at with a crystallized ego, that's a problem. You know? You cannot think you know more than your students. Just like parents. You cannot think more than your kids. Give a kid's opportunity to speak through their reflection. Give your students a chance to speak through their reflection. That way, there's no confliction. They don't look at you like you're a fucking idiot. None of that. You know? And one of these days, I'm going to be reading books of Dao Taekwondo. And I'm going to give my students reflection to give them a chance to understand. Why? Because I ain't above them. Also, I ain't below them either. Here's the things that we need to balance. We cannot be above and below them. Now, of course, we live in a competitive society. That went too far. Really is. We cannot put in the pedestal. We have to be like, can't be above them, can't be below them. Come on, they piss like him, they shit like them, they sit down like him, eat like him, sleep like him, walk like him, drive like him, wherever that is. Even though people is famous, they're celebrities. You cannot put him in the pedestal. Like say, they're above me. If your people out here like say like, I feel like I'm below them, your confidence will lack. You're so talented. Okay? Do something that you're so talented at. Come on, you're so talented. Display your talents. Okay? But at the same time, don't be above them, don't be below them. Okay? Be equal. Be unique. You know? And also, we live in a bullshit ass comparison. Oh my God, don't get me started with that. This stuff, Arron's Martial Arts Revolution, get me away from that. Here's the reason why, get me away from that. When I say high stance doesn't work because my legs are spaghetti leg, this and that, there's people out here with dumb comparison arguments, like I said, with stupid arguments said. This guy know more than you do because you've been to fight more than you do. Well, I have news for that. I have a news for you with that. Like, did you test yourself? See what works for you, a high stance or low stance. Did you test yourself? If it doesn't work for you, you will not criticize that. And enough of this bullshit argument. Enough of that. Stop that. Because these arguments worth nothing. And stop all those bullshit ass comparison. I don't care if these people got more money than you do. There's a certain way, yes, but like there's trashy rappers have more money than there's certain people. That don't mean they're better than people. And I'm keeping 100. People who are more, people like doing stuff like works for them but not work for others. Like a person have more experience than him and works for him, but yet it doesn't work for other people. Gotta keep in mind. You have to find a method that works. There's 2 ways that I've been doing in martial arts. And that's why I encourage people to discover yourself when it comes to sparring, because test yourself. You know? Discover yourself. Like what works for you. That means either you may need to practice, okay, which is completely fine, or reject that. Like me, I reject high stance because high stance to me feel like a spaghetti leg. So enough of that argument, you know? Stupid. Okay? And by the way, like, I'm gonna give credit to my friend, you know? I'm not mentioning no name, by the way, and stuff, to give me a plate garage to teach a martial arts there, you know? Which is cool. And it's been doing good, and I've been working out in my fitness a lot more after I was terminating the martial arts school, you know? I have. And there's people out here telling me teach only Taekwondo, not weird stuff. Say, okay. Basically, I'm teaching functional Taekwondo. Am I use that label as functional Taekwondo? No, I'm not, because I know people already have that label, like Taylor Kelly, have that label, functional Taekwondo. Okay? And the difference is, Bruce Lee, if you look at Bruce Lee, he teach functional Wing Chun. If you look at, like, Benny the Jet, Leo the Machida, Annie, it's functional karate. Okay? It's revolving type of martial arts we need. Because basically teaching martial arts with boxing techniques. That's what I love about this. I'm so amazed with that. And as far as being open and closed-minded, I've been so open-minded on things I'm so interested in, especially put something in front of my face, much more than I open-minded things that I'm not interested in. Because stuff that I'm not interested in, I feel like it's garbage. It is. I feel like it's a waste of time. It's not fun. So I've been open-minded on something I'm so interested in, especially something I put in front of my face. Like, I'm so interested in boxing punches, boxing defense and stuff, much more than I'm open-minded in traditional martial arts punches, traditional martial arts blocking that leaves your head too exposed. And I'm keeping 100. I have. And also, not to mention, Arron's Martial Arts Revolution is like an iPhone. A lot of traditional martial arts out there, especially watered down ones, is like an Android. Okay? It is. Japanese cars, same thing. It's Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. Apple computer is like Arron's Martial Arts Revolution. While PC and BMW like type of car is like traditional martial arts for real. Okay. So as being said, I'll go be out this video, man. I'll go make some more videos with that later, and it comes with time and time, you know. So I'm out.